Hello. I'm starting my video a couple minutes early since I had so much trouble before. I'm a newbie at this, so be patient with me. I'm gonna see if I can get it on my iPad. Okay, I'm gonna start in a couple of minutes. We're gonna be chatting about the Blended Seasons bundle that is an exclusive set that you can get only during the month of August or until supplies run out. So I'm excited to share with you my project today and show you a bunch of samples. Plus I have a giveaway and some other items that I'm going to talk about too. So we're just about there. And let's see. Is everybody excited about the holiday catalog? Not too much longer till it goes live. I know after this week I'm going to let go the Blended Seasons as much as I've been sharing it, and I'm going to try show you some other things that I've been working on in the background. Patty and I got together and stamped last week before last, and we did some holiday stuff. So it's really hard for me to do Christmas right now. I really just want to do summer, flowers, or even leaves. So anyways, all right, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're talking about the Blended Seasons bundle. It is a 2 stamp set. Let me put the camera down. Hang on just a second here. Okay. This is a 2 stamp set and these awesome dies. And I have used these dies so many times. And if you look at them close, you will see there is double stitching on them. So when you die cut it, it not only stitches around the edge of the piece that you're die cutting, it also stitches on the outside edge. So these are really beautiful dies, and I hope Stampin' Up! Wants to do more of these or even add these, because this reminds me of the Top Note die. Do you remember when we had that? It was one of those thick dies that we don't even have anymore. So we're going to be using this. I've got a special going. If you purchase the Blended Seasons bundle from me, I will give you tutorials for 4 cards plus a bonus project, and I'll show you what these cards are. They've been on my blog. I had a class on these. So I've got this one, and here you can see up close, you can see the double stitching. I'm wondering if my camera is not pointed right. Can everybody see me okay? And then here I use the holly leaves, and all of these I've used watercolor pencils, the new ones that you can also get during the month of August. And then this one, I used a pad that I created myself that you can add your re-inkers to, and you can get a rainbow effect. And I also embossed with the dies. And on this one, I used watercolor paper and the Wink of Stella to color my flowers and leaves. And so you'll get the tutorials for all 4 of these, plus how to make this cute little candied treat. I love doing these 3D types of things, and this one's real simple, and it uses the smallest of the dies, this one, to make this piece right here. So that's really fun. So stand by. Let's get started on my project for today. Let me set this stuff aside. I just don't have enough space. It seems like I need more space, even though I have a lot. So the card that we're going to be making is this, and this is a gift card holder. I've had this on my blog, but I thought I had people asking questions about it, so I thought I would do a Facebook Live. And it opens up this way, and then you slip your card in here. In fact, on this one I have. And it makes a very nice gift. Here's another one that I had this one on my blog. And then this is the same as we're making today, just different paper. This uses the Nature's Poem paper. And I'm going to be using a couple of new products today that will be in the holiday catalog. One being this beautiful ribbon, and it is called it's reversible ribbon. It's cherry cobbler on one side and copper on the other. So this is the cherry cobbler side, and I don't know if you can see this, and this is the copper side. So it's really beautiful. So we'll be using that across here. We've got these new frosted hang on a second here. They're called frosted and clear epoxy droplets. So you get 2 sheets. One is the frosted, which is this one, and this one is the clear. And I believe you can also change the color if you use your blendabilities to color them. So that's fun. Oops. And I'm going to show you, I teased you with this. I used my Stampin' Blends to color the background, and then I die cut the leaves. But before I die cut them, I used some shimmer paint, and this is the Champagne, and it's got a marble in it, and you just shake it up. I put it in one of our Stampin' Spritzers. I added about 3/4 of it with rubbing alcohol, and this is a great tip that I got from my friend Patty. She puts the rubbing alcohol and water in one of these containers that is for when you dye your hair. But it's really nice to have them handy. So I filled this up with the rubbing alcohol, and then I just poured a little bit of the Champagne shimmer paint in here, and then gave it a really good shake. And when you spray it, let's see, I don't know if you can see that on camera, and it is nice and shimmery. It's really pretty. So let me show you what I've done. Let me move some stuff out of the way. So first I took a piece of paper, and this is about 2 inches by 4 1/4. It was just a scrap that I had, and I picked out blends that I wanted to use to go with this paper. And so I've got the Cherry Cobbler Light and Dark. I have the Granny Apple Green Light and Dark, and I have the Daffodil Delight Light and Dark. So you only want to do just like one pass, and I use the broad end of my marker, and I'm just going to do one pass, maybe 2, and then go to the next one. So I'm doing the lighter one first, then the darker one. Then we'll do the Granny Apple. And the dark Granny Apple. And then the Daffodil Delight. And the dark Daffodil Delight. Whoops. And it doesn't have to be straight because of the way you're die cutting it. And let me see if that's going to be enough. Hang on just a second here. I had the die. Oh, here it is. So these are the dies we're going to be using. Okay, so I need to color a little bit more because I'm not quite enough. So I think I'll just repeat the process, and I'll do more Cherry Cobbler. Let's see, is this the dark one? No, this is the light. And then the granny apple. I think we'll just finish with the granny apple, the light one. So this is what you have left. Just a strip, and you'll notice that my lines are not straight. They're not perfect. Doesn't need to be. Let me bring my Big Shot in here. I have to move a few things. Let's see. Hopefully I can get this in a frame. And I'm going to set my paper in and place my dies on here. And if you want more of one color and less of another, you can just move them around to however you want. Oh wait, I forgot to do one important thing. I forgot to add my shimmer paint. Okay, so I'm going to do this off camera because I'm afraid I'll mess up everything. This dries really fast because it's got alcohol. Can you see the shimmer in here? It's really pretty. All right, so now we're going to die cut. So just add your dies. And this was where your die brush comes in really handy. So take out all these little pieces. Oops. Look at how pretty. You see? And then this one. So they all come out different. All right, so we're done with this. And you still have enough. You could actually do probably 2 more if you turn them the other way. So get a lot of bang for your buck. Now, while we have the Big Shot out, I want to show you how I did this part. It's so easy. If you take a piece of cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 11 and score it at 5 1/2. This is actually a half a piece of paper, so if I had another one this size, it would be 8 1/2 by 11. You go ahead and fold it, and you're going to use the largest of the labels in this die set. And how you make the hinge, which is this part that keeps the card together, is you're going to add you're going to leave just a little tiny bit of open right here so that it's not going to cut that part. And then just run it through your Big Shot. Oops. And with the heavy, I'm using the Thick Whisper White cardstock. I would recommend doing a pass back. That way it'll cut through both layers of cardstock. And if you just give it some wiggle. Okay, so now, there we go. Come on. Of course it has to do this when I'm filming, right? Just this little tiny piece didn't. There we go. All right, so now you have your card that has the flap. Remember, this is your fold line. All right, now we have to cut the inside pocket, which is this right here. And believe it or not, I'm using some Christmas paper. And of course, the name escapes me right now, but I'll have it in the description. If you were doing a whole bunch of these, you could cut out a whole die and then just trim it in half. But since I'm only doing one, I'm just going to line up these points with the bottom of my paper. Now, if you're using paper that's got a direction to it, like I guess I don't have one that has a direction. You want to make sure that you're doing it kind of upside down, because this is going to be like this on your inside of your card. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, and then roll this through. Okay. All right, so this gives us the pocket we need for the inside. And we'll be putting that together in a minute. All right, so I can get rid of the bird shot for right now. I think we're done with it. And we're done with this. Set this out. Done with those. You can see I've been playing around with this, and I've done a whole bunch of color combinations with the Stampin' Blends. All right, next we're going to emboss. I embossed with gold, but since I used the copper ribbon, I'm going to do this one with the copper embossing powder. I think it'll be prettier. We'll see. So, ink this up with Versamark ink. In fact, I'm going to set this on another piece of paper so that if I make a mess, I can just pull the paper. And we're going to emboss both the leaves and the sentiment. Is also this is from another stamp set. This is and you know, I didn't bring it over here. Oh, it's from Accented Blooms. It's this one right here. Okay, so let's. And I want you to know I opened up a brand new Versamark pad just for filming today. My other one was really bad. Still worked, but it was really bad. Okay. So I stamped the leaves like that, and then I stamped the sentiment down. Can you see me? Like that, and get then you want to flick off. See what a mess I made? And then I didn't get this side here. Okay, and I'm just going to move this whole thing off camera, and I'll clean it up later. Okay, now I'm going to heat emboss. It's going to make a little bit of noise. You can see it starting to change. Okay. Next, we're going to put our ribbon on around the center. And I like the copper showing. Do you know how to make the perfect knot? If you hold with your middle finger I'm right-handed, so on my left hand, bring this piece over. And what you're going to do is you're going to hold this piece down and you're going to pull this, the other piece, the left side, and you get a perfect knot every time. And I didn't bring my good scissors over. Okay. All right, so that looks good. So now we're going to add the leaves. And I only did one of each, but you can certainly do more if you want. On this one, I did 2 leaves and 1 of the spray. And I kind of I don't know, massaged them so that they're not flat. And then just use a glue dot and my paper piercer. And I just set one this way. And then the other, whoops, that one didn't stay. Oh, the glue dot didn't stick. All right, so we'll start with this one. So you don't want to cover up your words. Okay, and then this one will go on top. There we go. Oh, I didn't emboss this all the way, so it's coming apart, but that's okay. We'll go with it for this video. All right, and then I forgot I have to do a little bit more stamping. I want to stamp on the top here with the leaves, and I just used Versamark because I had it out. You could certainly use Cherry Cobbler because that's the color that I'm using. So you're going to stamp, and it just gives it a nice little watercolor, watermark effect. It's been so long since I've had a nice Versamark pad. I should have really got that out sooner. Okay, so this is what you have. You can see that. And then you would glue this down like this. Well, let's do this piece first. When you're gluing this, I use the liquid glue, and you want to use a very little amount, and you're just going to go on the 3 sides because the top you want open so that you can put your gift card in or cash, whatever. And a very little amount all the way around. I mean, I'm hardly putting any pressure. And then that will go on the bottom here. That your gift card goes right in. And then I used the liquid glue to glue down just so that I have a little bit of wiggle room. And I see I got something. So aside from not embossing this whole thing, it really makes a nice presentation. So now let me show you a few other things that I've done with this. If you've been on my blog, you might have seen them already. But I really, really loved this whole suite of products, and I wish they were going forward. This uses the Tuft embossing folder, which I really like, and this new mini striped ribbon in the Gorgeous Grape. And then this one one is in Calypso Coral, which is one of my favorite colors. And I thought the gray ribbon looked really good with this one. And then this is a thank you card I made for my customers this month. This uses all new product as well as the labels from the Stitched Seasons framelits. We've got this piece right here is the chicken wire. It's foil, comes in a sheet that's about a card size. And I just trimmed mine down so I could do 3 cards for with one sheet. And I used the blends to color this in. And then this is a new background stamp called the Buffalo Check, which is really popular right now. And then this card we did in Stamp Club, and you stamp the leaves from the set, which are these right here. I thought I had to figure out a way to do this, and it's on my blog, but you take a 2 1/4 inch circle and you trace it, and then you stamp your leaves over that, and it gives you not a perfect circle, but by the time you add your sentiment and you add these, which are in the die set, this right here, and what I did is I die cut it 3 times, 2 in the green, and once I just die cut the flower and trimmed off the stems to put in the center. Okay, so let me talk a minute about what's going on right now. If you place an order with me, if you order these, this bundle, this Blended Seasons bundle, which is the 2 sets or 2 stamp sets plus the dies, and use the hostess code, I will send you the tutorials to make the cards. Here they are. I will send you the tutorial to make all of these cards, plus the bonus gift, and your order will be over $50, so you will be able to get a bonus days coupon from Stampin' Up, $5 to spend next month, and you will also receive a package of linen thread as my gift as well. It's my special this week. Now all orders have to be placed by Sunday night, and you must use this code. If you do not use the code, then you don't qualify for all the free stuff. So you want to definitely go on my blog, www.justspongeit.com, click on the shop now, which is at the top right hand corner, and it'll take you to my online store and where you can purchase these, and I'll have all of the item numbers in the bottom of this post after I edit it. So I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in, and I will try not to make it so it's not too long before I do another one of these videos, because I'm trying to do one a week. So I'm saying it out loud, so I have to do it. So thanks again for joining me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.